Okay, I don't know if you guys can hear this or not. This camera's in the waterproof case, and when it's in the waterproof case, it says you won't be able to hear me. But I'm close. And this is my new camera that I picked up. I'm hoping to gather some action shots of fish being caught. Before you were kind of stationary, and those shots will still remain. But we're going to try to see what we can do with this camera, see if we can enhance the fishing experience for everybody. So, there we go. Good morning, YouTubers. Rick Stivers, Lake Calaveras. This is, what the heck is today? I think it's the 21st. Yeah. Today's the 21st of March, and I'm out here by myself. I was hoping somebody could make it. Robert can't come because he's babysitting, and Ken's got another job, so he can't come anymore. Robert's teaching. My grandson's in school, so it's just me today, folks. And we're going to go out here and see what I can do. Last week, I came out with my grandson in the rain, and we had no success. Part of it may be attitude. I just felt like, I've never caught fish in the rain. However, I got up, I think it was Sunday morning, and there was Melo's video from the same day that I was out here, and hey, they caught like 6 or 7 fish, 3 of them being keepers. So, maybe it's attitude. Also, I've managed to get the right bait. I can't even begin to pronounce the name of the meat market that I went and got my shrimp at, but it was about a 40 or 50 mile round trip for me to go down there and pick up the shrimp. But I managed to make it. As a matter of fact, let me get that out of the cooler right now so it can be thawed. Okay, I got the shrimp out to thaw, and we're gonna go out here and hit the lake. It's very foggy today, and I'm just really hoping to get into some fish today. Melo caught fish in places that he took me to that I tried and had no success at. We're going to go back and try again and see what we can do. Melo, I thank you very much. Oh, by the way, that that meat market, I believe, is on Marbach, and I think I tried the one. It's either at the one on Marbach or the one on McCullen. I can't remember. I went to one of them and it didn't have any shrimp, and then the other one I had exactly what I needed at a very reasonable price. So I bought 5 pounds Gulf Coast caught shrimp, and I loaded up. I know Melo went and he loaded up because he was unable to find any, so he got some. Mario, he went and got some shrimp. So between all of us, we've managed to get what we needed. I see something floating around out in the water out there. I think I want to go take a look at what it is. I don't think we're missing any bodies, but it's a rather large item. It's floating in the water. So I'm going to zip over here and find out what it is real quick. I would hate to think somebody drowned out here and somebody didn't even know it, but you never know. My grandson and I came out here one day, and there was an old man who had just passed away. Well, okay, whatever it was, okay. All right, whatever it was, it just disappeared. So it was something big, and it was floating on the top, and when I got over near it, it went under and went away. So, all right, I'm gonna crank this thing up and see if I can't find a good place to fish. I'm in a new location today, and I haven't tried this spot before, but man, there's tons of fish showing up on the fish finder, so I'm going to give it a shot, see what happens. We'll put out, give it a shot. Okay, hi, we have a fish on. It's a new spot for me. I've not been here before, and this is that Chinese reel, folks. We're gonna see it. There we go. Come on. Oh, there you go. Fight me. Attaway. still a pretty nice little red. And let's see what he measures in at. I think he's about 18 is my guess. Okay, my guess was off by an inch. He's 17. Nice little fish. Alright, I haven't been skunked today. And that camera is facing towards the front of the boat, so I may end up having to splice the audio from that one to this one. Okay, let's get another one out. Okay, that fish was out on the bottom with a shrimp. And the little Chinese reel did fine. It did its job. The bait clicker never really got a chance to go. I made the mistake of trying to pick it up, though, and set the hook without turning the handle first. And what that did is it just stripped out line and probably almost cost me the fish. This one over here was going at the same time, so I'm going to bring it in and see what's going on with it. Oh, he's on. Hey folks, we got another fish. I'm going to say both these two hit at the same time, so technically I guess I had a double. Looks like about the same size red as the last one. Looks to be about 17 inches. Okay, so we got an 18-inch red this morning and a 17-inch red. So the day is going well so far, especially on a new spot that I've never tried out before. Now the rat reds, they've both been on the bottom right off of this rocky point over here. So. Okay, my sister has requested a special story be told. She wants me to tell you the story about my dad's first date with my stepmother. And first I'll give you a little bit of history on that. My dad had 5 kids. Me and my brother and then my 3 sisters, and then he began to date a woman named Pat. She became my stepmother eventually, and she had 4 kids, 2 boys and 2 girls. Well, my dad decided to take her on his first date. As far as I know, it's the first date. Maybe it wasn't, but as far as I know, it's the first date that us kids were involved in. And he took us all out to Bluegrass Beagle Club to go fishing. Now, my older brother was already gone. He was in the Air Force by then, I think. But it was the 8 of us kids, and we went out to Bluegrass Beagle Club to go fishing. And my dad set all of us kids up with our poles doing our bluegill fishing, and we were having a good time. And he was trying to get Pat to fish, and she was just kind of walking along beside him. So he started to fish while she walked beside him, and he was using a hot spot. And at that time, for those of you who aren't familiar with the hot spot, if you know what a rattle trap is, it's a rattle trap without the rattle. So anyway, he was using a hot spot, and he snagged a bass. Now, as the years go on, the size of this bass has probably increased exponentially. I've heard it be told as much as a 10-pound bass. But in my own heart, I believe it was probably about a 5-pound bass. Anyway, he snagged a 5-pound bass, and what did he do? He turned around and he handed that pole to Pat. He said, "Here, you bring it in." I'm here to tell you what, that woman screamed and hollered and yelled like a 5-year-old kid catching that fish. She giggled and she cackled and she screamed, and she didn't do much winding. This was her first time fishing. She had taken Jeff and Joey fishing a couple of times over to Eberly Park, I think it was the name of the park, but I don't think she personally had ever fished or caught a fish. So her first fish is like this 5-pound bass. And she didn't do much winding. Mostly she backed up and just kept dragging it in out of the water. And she caught that fish, and I'm sitting there with my mouth open. And my dad swears this is not true, but in my life, I don't remember that man ever handing a large fish over to anybody else. He swears that he did when we were kids, but I have no memory of that whatsoever. Cheryl, maybe you have. But anyway, he handed that woman the pole and said, "Here, catch this fish." And oh my gosh, did she have fun. He took that fish, hooked it up, threw it out again, and hooked another one. Handed the pole to her again. And all over, here we go, repeating this whole situation. It wasn't a 5-pounder this time, it was like a 2-pounder. But still, she was just ecstatic. And a few minutes later, they managed to land a third fish. And I don't know if this was his strategy, but let me tell you, it worked. From that time on, that woman was a fisherman. She fished. When he went fishing, she wanted to go fishing. Except when she was quilting, if she had a quilting thing to do, she would do that. But oh my gosh, did he have that woman hooked on fishing. And they did a lot of it together. But my sister wanted me to tell that story. Now, Cheryl, you can tell the world, put it in the comment section, if you ever saw him hand that pole to anybody else. But I can honestly say, I swear I never did. He swears years later, as I would tell that story, he swears, "Oh, I used to always hand poles to you kids when I caught a big fish." I don't remember that. Selective memory, I guess. But maybe he did, maybe he didn't. We'll take him at his word on that, because he's a fisherman. We know fishermen never tell tales. So anyway, that was the story my sister requested, so there it is. This spot's been pretty, I caught those 2 fish right after I got here, and now for an hour it's been dead. So I'm gonna pack it up from this spot and move. All right, here I was getting up to move, and I've actually got a fish on back here. At least I believe I do. I don't think it's a big fish. Well, there's why it feels funny, because it's actually snagged on another line. So I'm not even bringing in the fish on the line that he's hooked on. Let me get this fixed. Let's see. There we go. Now I've got a twig wrapped around it, a line. We're just all kinds of messed up here. Okay, beautiful fish. Too small, but a beautiful fish. My wife said she wanted a picture. The closest she's gonna probably get is right here. There we go. So maybe I did catch another fish, but again, he's too small. We'll see how big he is. I think he's about 16. 17. I caught 2 17s and an 18 today. And I got that one stripped, so maybe I'm not moving. It's a new location. Well, that's 2 redfish I've caught this morning on that Suligang reel. And granted, they're not big redfish, so they're not really testing the reel much, but it performed well in both cases. It managed to drag strip like it was supposed to. Working fine. So I'm gonna keep an eye on those. I put some more lines back. I put 3 of them right off of that point now, and we'll see if I do any good. Okay, it's fish on time again. There we go. There we go. Come on, baby. Come on. There we go. Come on. I've never fished this spot before. Let's see what we did here. There we go. Okay. We got another small red. Okay. Okay, we're gonna have to use a little caution with this guy. We got that hook down in there pretty good. There we go. That got it. All right. And we'll check him out. Okay, I just had a bite. Let's see if it's going to move into anything else. There we go. There we go. Turn this other camera on yet. There we go. Come on. Oh, come to Papa. Oh, I might have another one on the other line. I do. I got a twofer going here. Oh, there we go. Come on. Come on. Either that or he's bumping my line. I can't tell which. Come on. Come on. Yeah, he's hitting the line. He's got that other line. All right. All right, all right. All right. Another pretty little red, but again, not one that's going to be a keeper. I'll spread him out here. Let's see what we got. Yeah. 17 and a half. All right, I gotta get this hook out of him. Time to go again. Okay, here we go again. Okay. Come on. was getting ready to let him go anyway. He was about 18, I think. I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. Supposedly audio doesn't work on this, and my camera died, and my phone died. So let's see what we got coming up here. Oh, here we go. Come on, buddy. There we go. Come. There we go. All of these are almost keepers. And there's the evidence. He's an 18. There you go, buddy. Oh, stripping line. That's a good thing to have happen. You guys can't see anything out of this thing, can you? This is on the old Daiwa 250. This one might hit my 20, but I don't think so. There you go, 19. Nice fish. You ain't that big, but you're a nice fighting fish. Definitely not. Okay, you know how you always put everything away, hoping for one last fish at the end of the day? Well, that's what we're dealing with here. One last fish at the end of the day. All the other rods have been put away except one, and this one. And I went to grab it, and it took off. Get away from that anchor. Is this one going to be a keeper? I don't everything else, 19. So not one fish today was a keeper. All right. However, they all were immensely satisfying. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but it got pretty choppy out here. I just got past the worst of it though.